Hey Beauty Addicts, it's Alex. Welcome back to my channel. Today's Halloween tutorial is a Elsa inspired vampire makeup tutorial. So I'm combining an Elsa makeup look with a vampire. And if you guys have not seen my Halloween trailer, I will link it down below along with all my other Halloween makeup tutorials and my Halloween playlist. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching.
The first thing that we're going to do is go in with this Pixie by Petra Makeup Fixing Mist and spray that all over our face. Then we're going to go in with the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer and we're going to place this on our brow bone and on our eyelid just so that way we can cover up any veins that you can see and also have an eyeshadow base. Then we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous Eyeshadow and we're going to place that on our lids. So I'm just brushing that on with the Sigma P82 brush. But then I switched to using my fingers just because it was really hard to use that particular brush with this because it's a little bit more glittery of a formulation. Next, we're going to go in with the My Cool 88 eyeshadow palette from My Makeup Brush Set. I'm going to use that shade right here and we're going to place it in the crease. I wanted a really pink shade and I just started kind of in the center, worked my way out, then worked my way in, and then just brushed back and forth. And I'm using the e.l.f. blending brush to place this eyeshadow. Now we're going to go back in with the My Cool 88 eyeshadow palette and go in with this Barney purple eyeshadow and place it on with the SL Miss Glam Beauty eyeshadow brush. So I'm just tapping it in the center and then working my way in and out around my eyelid just to spread the color. And then I also had to go back in a couple of times to dip it into the eyeshadow palette to place it just so I can get it pretty thick on top of the eyeshadow primer that I used. Next we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Last Retractable Eyeliner. We're sort of on the outside and then we're going to work our way in and then we're going to create a wing at the end. Next we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Cover All Face Primer and we're going to spread that all over our face. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation and we're also going to place this all over our face around our eyes. And I'm using the My Makeup Brush Set brush. It's the biggest one within the set and I will link it down below for you guys and just spreading it all over my face. These brushes are great for blending in your foundation. You don't really have to use your fingers as much when you have these. And then I'm using just different sizes from the sets to get into the harder to reach areas. You know, I can't use the big brush for every single part, so I just pick smaller ones for the hard to reach areas. Next, we're going to go back in with the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer and I'm going to place this underneath our eyes and then we're going to blend it in with our fingers. Next, we're going to go in with the ColourPop Blush in Cruel Intentions and we're going to place this on our cheeks and we're going to be using our fingers to place it. That is the best method for putting on ColourPop blush is to use your fingers. So I just kind of tap it on and then I blend it in with my finger. To blend the blush even more in, we are going to use the Wet n Wild Large Stipple Brush. Then we're going to go in with the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder from e.l.f. and we're going to place this right underneath our eyes using the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. Then we're going to go back in with the My Cool 88 palette from My Makeup Brush Set and use that pinkish red color and place that on the lower lash line using the e.l.f. blending brush. I'm using more of the tip end of it just because you're working with a smaller area, so focus more on the tip end for that and then just blend back and forth. Next, we're going to go back in with the Wet n Wild Mega Last Retractable Eyeliner. So just any black eye pencil will do. And we're going to place it on the lower lash line. So not the lower waterline. We're doing it on the lower lash line right underneath that. And we're getting really close to the eye as much as we can. Just drawing back and forth. And then what we're going to do is we are going to actually smudge it out using the Sigma Smudge Brush. Next, we're going to use the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Timber. And we're actually going to use another small brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. You can draw directly on your face, but I don't want the lines to be that harsh because what we're going to do next is we're going to create the veins that go underneath our eyes, which kind of show how the vampire's kind of hungry, ready for blood. So I used a pencil or a brush just so I could draw them on a little bit more faintly. But if you guys want to use the pencil as is, that's fine. Just be careful because ColourPop's liners are a little bit creamier. They do break off a little bit easy because it was kind of a pain to use a brush to do this, to transfer it onto the brush and whatnot. So you're going to have a lot of patience with this. And if anybody has another product that they would suggest, let me know down in the comments. But I wanted to do a gray tone color and like I said, more faint. You're kind of just drawing a line down and having it break off in different directions and then just kind of spreading that right underneath your eyes. Next, we're going to go in with the ColourPop Lip Pencil in Bichette, and we're going to actually use this as an eyeliner, and we're going to line our upper and lower waterline using this color just so they look really bloody. Next, we're going to go in with Jeffree Star Cosmetics Deep Freeze highlighter. I'm going to place this on our cheekbones using the e.l.f. small tapered brush once again. We're just going to line our cheekbones with it. I'm trying to do more of like an icy vampire look, so that's why I'm also placing it on the inner corners of my eye and just doing different accents around the face, just so I can kind of, you know, do an Elsa look, like a normal Elsa look, add the vampire twist to it, and also add the freezing side to it. So hence Deep Freeze. Deep Freeze was perfect for this. And I'm using a brush from the Gemini Beauty brush set, and this is actually the lip brush, and I'm using it on the inner corners of my eyes and to line my brow bone as well. Next, we're going to go in with the ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in LAX, and we're going to place that all over our lips. I'm going to start on the bottom, and then I'm going to do the top, then the inner parts of my lip, and then just touch up. Next, we're going to go in with the ColourPop Succulent, and we're going to place that on the inner part of our lip, both the bottom and the top. We're going to do more of an ombre look, which is really perfect for a vampire because there's different color blood, so you're kind of thinking about putting the different shades of blood, you know, the more fresh and the more, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm getting into this, but you know what I mean. Then we're going to go back in with LAX, and we're going to put some dribbling blood down our face. There really isn't necessarily a bad way to do this. You just want to get it all over your face to make it look like you just bit into somebody. So I'm just going to have it kind of run down, kind of having some parts of it being strong, some parts of it being a little bit more faint, a little bit more messy. You can even get even wider than I did with this, but the important is just to make sure to kind of vary up the thickness of it. Then we're going to go in with Succulent again, just a brighter red, and we're going to do the same thing. Some parts are going to be a little bit darker, some parts are going to be thicker, thinner, just kind of spreading it all over our face. Well, not all over our face, but right around our lip. Then after we put on some lash glue on our cheekbones, we're going to go in with this fake snow. I picked it up at like Target or something, and we're just going to place it there. I wanted to get, like I said, that snow cold effect since we're going to be doing an Elsa look. This is a very twisted look because I'm trying to do 3 different things in one. But I'm just putting that on my cheekbones just so I have that major hardcore highlight. Very, very in your face. If you haven't, this is the most in your face highlight, I think. Then after I put some lash glue on my forehead, I'm adding on more sprinkles. You don't have to do it the exact way that I do it. You can kind of make it more random. In a way, I'm kind of like doing like a contour with this. I don't know. You can make it a little bit more spread out, but I also wanted to put some snow on the inner corners of my eyes, so I used some lash glue and just shoved some right there. Be careful though, it does kind of get in your eye, so yeah, you've been warned.
That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys are planning on being for Halloween. I would love to know. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button below. Like this video if you liked it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!